1.1 is 1 day away. At the time of recording this video, it is about, give or take, 13, 14 hours, because it's like a 5-hour maintenance as well, by the way, just to give you a heads up. But, hey boys, I want to talk to you today about the other banner that isn't just Melania, because it's kind of a curveball. If we were going off the CN releases, we were meant to be getting a Voyager banner, but much to my demise, we did not. What we're getting instead is a DRUVIS banner. We all know DRUVIS from the story, so that's good to hear. Like, she is a story-based character. We know a bit about us. People who like to pull characters due to lore or likability, we actually know about it, as opposed to characters that are yet to appear in the story, like Voyager, Beyond Bloom, all those kind of people, right? Anyway, let me just show you, so let's get into it. So on Twitter, they had tweeted out that this is the banner that we're getting. So we are getting a double banner again. Dude, we're gonna catch up to CN in like a record pace. Like, oh my god. And the characters that we're getting is DRUVIS, as I said, Necrologist, and Click. I'm focusing on DRUVIS for this video. Necrologist and Click are alright. They're not great, but Necrologist is hot, so it's always a plus. And some people might want to know if they should pull for DRUVIS or if they should just wait to chance her permanently. Because if you don't know, she's a permanent character. She's on the permanent banner. She's in all 6-star banners as the 50-50 loss. It's just taking RNG into your hands to see if you can actually get her. So let's talk about a kid a little bit to kind of give you an idea of who you'll be pulling for if you do choose to get her. Me personally, I'm not gonna. I'm going to avoid her, and I am going to be going for Melania, because Melania's the girl I want to get. I've already pre-farmed for her. I made a video yesterday regarding that, if you want to check it out. I explain a lot about why you should probably pull for Melania, because she's pretty underrated in the current state of the game. But time to talk about DRUVIS. So DRUVIS is a 6-star plant, pretty basic stuff, and she's DPS control and support. The main thing, before even going into this by the way, is I want to talk to you about her Petrify effect. Most people don't really make the most out of Petrify at the moment, and some reason a lot of people just don't want to use it. I don't have it personally, so I can't vouch for it, but it seems to be very, very good. You have to build around it, as opposed to have it as like a benefit in your team, as it already is. So, her ultimate, Silence in the Woods, is a mass attack that deals 400% mental damage to all enemies and deals a round of Petrify, as I just said. It means the enemy is frozen and they cannot do anything. They miss their turn. Think of Freeze from Pokemon. Think of like Stunned in other turn-based games where you just can't move for a cycle. That is exactly what it is. So yeah, Silence in the Wood is their ultimate. Now, their first incantation, Wind into the Wood, is a single target attack at 1-star and deals 200 mental damage, pretty basic. But 2-star and 3-star, it also inflicts...
Quiet, my old pal.
I'm trying to talk. But at 2-star and 3-star, inflicts Petrify. Again, so you can freeze. I would assume you probably wouldn't want to be doing this in boss fights, just because... Look, most bosses you can't really Petrify. So I can see in the argument of those fights, don't take DRUVIS. Just leave DRUVIS out of it, okay? Anything bar boss encounters, I'd probably say DRUVIS is S tier, because of the way she can manipulate the field, and if you build your team correctly, she's gonna do really, really good. Maybe not as the main DPS user, but to be able to set up the DPS users. And her final incantation, Early Dawn, is a mass attack that deals 120% mental damage to 2 enemies, and penetration rate plus 30%, okay? Same thing at 2-star and 3-star, just more damage. Penetration rate stays the same. So she has some level of AoE, like 2 enemy hit, which is alright, I mean, but like primarily you want to be using Wind into the Woods and try and get an ultimate off as much as possible, Silence in the Woods. Early Dawn is good. Don't get me wrong, I just think you can get this out of so many more characters, it's kind of like, what's the point? What I'm trying to say is Early Dawn is not a selling point of DRUVIS. Her first incantation and the ultimate are the selling points. Now, her being a 6-star means she's decently expensive to Insight, as you can see. But look, that's neither here nor there. It just takes a little bit more farming than usual. You'll get over it. You'll get used to it. And if you are considering pulling her, I want you to know, Brave New World is her best Psycube. Like, her best Psycube. It's not even close. Okay, it's a little bit close, but like, it's a very, very good pick. Most people already have Brave New World, just because it covers so many characters, so it's already a plus that you can just take it off someone and put it straight onto her. But if not, we're kind of hitting that point now where you can afford to buy another Psycube from just somnambulism farming. So you'll probably be able to pick it for her anyway, so kind of good timing. And seeing as this video is primarily for DRUVIS, I'm not talking about Necrologist, I'm not talking about Click. I just want to put it out there that DRUVIS is a very, very, very good character. However, she is permanent. If that doesn't bother you, pull on her banner, because even if you don't get her, you are building pity, which, look, I don't believe in building pity, but some people do. Besides the point, you are building up pity if you don't end up pulling her for the next limited banner. I know a lot of people want to get Pickles. Like, a lot of people want to get Pickles. And before you ask, yes, I will be making a Pickles video in the future. I'm just waiting for him to get a little bit closer, because as it currently stands, what does Priden have Pickles listed at in terms of length until they come out? I'm going to say 2 weeks. Pickles, 14 days. There you go. So Pickles is 14 days away. So for you Pickles enjoyers, you could save up to potentially pull him, or you can try and go for a DRUVIS, but if you don't end up pulling her, it's not that bad because, you know, you'll just end up getting Pickles instead. Also, I know a lot of people are coming from Genshin and Honkai, and I want to let people know, I want people to know the rates are not the same as Genshin. A lot of people ask me this in Discord. By the way, if you want to join the Discord or follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MaximumGacha, there's a link in the description, okay? Link in the description for Discord as well, but I suppose you figured that out. The rates are different. So as you can see here, it's a 1.5% drop rate for 6 stars. In all Hoyoverse games, it's 0.8. So it's a double ratio. Not to mention, right? Not to mention that max pity is 70 summons, not 90. So you have an increased base rate, and you also have 70 as your max hard pity. Not to mention also at 60, the rate of summoning a 6-star character will rise from 1.54%. After that, every summon that doesn't grant a 6-star increases by 2.5. So soft pity, 60, and then hard pity, 70. Honkai and Genshin, they operate at the 90 mark, which makes it a lot harder to be free to play. But in a game like this, you can kind of survive being free to play just because you also get more towards a pull per day. In games like Honkai and Genshin, you get just over a third. Whereas in this game, you get a half every single day. So it's a lot more friendly. So don't try and be so stingy. Don't feel so trapped in forcing to save for one character months in advance. I know a lot of people are waiting for Tooth Fairy and Changeling, but if you're trying to go for 2 characters back to back, I can see why you save up a lot. But at the moment, just enjoy it, man. You can get most characters in the game that are going to be unlimited banners just by playing the damn game. Also with the events, they're very generous in pulls as well, so don't forget that. Anyway, the main reason I brought that up is just because a lot of people are stressing about who they can get and can't get, and they're forced to decide. This game's a lot more generous for that factor of things. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. If it did help you in any way, shape, or form, please consider liking and subscribing, and comment down below if you're going to be pulling for DRUVIS or you're going to be skipping, waiting for Pickles. Let me know your plans, because I know a lot of people are excited for 1.2, and more importantly, Pickles, which is the very end of 1.1. Anyway, let me know in the description. Anyway, let me know in the comment section, and if you want to join Discord or follow the Twitch, which I'm live right now at the time that you're watching this, that's in the description as well. I don't want to take any more time up out of your day, so I'm gonna head out. See ya.